everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Again, this is Second Chance Kitchen. I'm Christy. So, welcome to my live. We're gonna cook. Well, actually not cook. We're gonna make some Baptist cookies today. So, here is the recipe. I think it's backwards, but let me read it to you. I posted it on yesterday, but in case you didn't see it, we are going to need 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of dates, 1 egg well beaten, 3/4 cup of sugar, and then it says to cook on slow fire, stir. Not a whole lot of directions with this recipe, so just gonna have to kind of wing it and see how it goes. Alright, so once you cook all that, then you need 2.5 cups of crispies, which I'm guessing is the cereal, which I've already got measured out. 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, and then it says to cool, form balls. Don't know how to cool for how long, but we'll figure this out. And then it says roll in coconut or crushed pecans. I'm going to roll in coconut since it's got pecans in it. So I guess let's just get started. Let me see. Let me see if I can move you closer to the stove without spilling anything. Hang on. I'm not very prepared for this because I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first live. Okay. So, over here, excuse my laundry room. It's a mess. Okay. Here we go. You can see that. All right. Great. So, in here, it says on low, so let's we'll put it on like 3 or 4, 3.5. All right, so put the butter in, 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm using unsalted butter because that's all I buy. Hands are washed already, hairs pulled back, aprons on. You know the drill. Okay, butter is in. Now it says 1 cup of dates. But if they're going to be rolled into balls, I would think the dates would need to be chopped up, maybe? I don't know. I've never worked with dates. That's huge. Oh wait, that's 2. I mean, do they break down? Maybe I can just like pull them apart. Let's try that. 1 cup of dates. Maybe I should use a measuring cup. And I know it's a liquid cup. Get over it. It'll be fine. These are sticky. These are already pitted, so shouldn't be any part of seeds in there, I would hope. So that's 1. Are they normally this big? Raised on Sunshine. I just found this brand at the store. I know there's tons of different kinds or different brands of dates, but this is just the one I grabbed. So hopefully it'll work. All right, so that's 2. Here's 2 more. Again, they are already pitted. But I guess good breaking it up, make sure there's no like hard pieces in there. So sticky, my goodness. Again, I don't feel any hard pieces. I hear dates are really good for sugar substitutes. I should try cooking with them more often. I've seen videos of people making kind of like a Snickers bar. I think Snickers. I don't like the way that one looks, so we are going to put that one aside. So far I've done 4. Okay, here's the next one, 5. Maybe we'll do 6. Or am I supposed to pack it down? How do you know what a cup is? And do they break down? I don't know. Maybe I should have actually chopped them up. Guess we'll find out. Now, if I was really good, I would have looked up Baptist cookies online ahead of time to see like what the majority is. Sorry if that's loud. And gotten any tips and tricks, or if I had questions about anything, maybe a different recipe would have answered those questions. But that's okay. Okay, the butter is starting to melt. Maybe one more? Let's do one more. Sorry it's so loud. Okay, I'm gonna have to wash my hands because this is so sticky. Okay, that's good enough, don't you think? I think that's good. Let me wash my hands. Hang on. Okay. Let me grab a fork. Alright, sorry y'all, I thought I had everything ready and I forgot about the egg. Okay, so let's put these in there with the butter. Can you see? Can you see? Alright, butter is starting to melt. Now I need 1 egg, well beaten. So if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, there's not a whole lot, but there's a few. Save the eggs for making confetti eggs. So we just tap the top, kind of break it. Let's see if I can aim you down a little bit more and see. Maybe we'll go this way. There we go. Peel the top off. So it's a little circle. It's okay if it's cracked. Down the side. You can put a little glue on it later. It'll be fine. Okay, so you kind of make it look like that as it drips. Put that in a bowl, and then you can rinse out the eggshell, let it dry. Throw in some confetti in there. Line a little bit of like school glue, Elmer's glue around. Put a piece of toilet paper on top, pat it down, and then tear away the excess, and you got yourself a confetti egg. So again, let me wash my hands. Okay, and it says well beaten, so we're just gonna beat it with a fork. So I don't feel like getting my whisk out. Beat, beat, beat. All right, I see that's pretty good. Let's stir this real quick. Really interested to see how these dates are going to kind of see if they break down any. Okay, if I throw the egg in, it seems like it would scramble it, right? Well, let's throw the sugar in first. So we need 3/4 cups of sugar. I've already measured that out, so let's toss that in there. Okay, let's bump it up to 4. The egg part's making me nervous. I don't want scrambled eggs in these cookies. Well, I have a feeling these are not going to turn out well. Oh well, that's, you know, trial and error. That's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of sweet, the dates and the sugar. It seems like it'd be an awful lot, awful sweet. maybe the egg coats it. I don't know. But I guess it says to put the egg in there. So I guess we'll put it in. As much as I am doubtful of how this is gonna turn out. All right, egg in. Maybe it coats things. Or maybe it'll just scramble. It'd just be super gross. Honestly, I don't think I would have picked these cookies to make to begin with, but because it had that quote on the back, I wanted to make it. Plus, I've never heard of Baptist cookies, so. All right, let's stir this up. Maybe that's why you cook it on low, so the egg doesn't scramble. Oh, y'all help me out. Help me understand how this works. Anybody know? Because I don't. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna let that cook for a little bit. And while that cooks, let's see, I've got my 2½ cups of crispies, and I need to chop up ½ cup of pecans. I mean, it's pretty simple. The direction, I mean, no directions, but the ingredients are pretty simple. So, I don't know. Let's chop up some pecans while this cooks a little bit. So let's move you back, and I'll chop them up over here on this side. My big old face in the screen instead of pointing you down. Let's see. So you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to see my face. You see what I'm doing instead. There, does that work a little bit? Okay, pecans. Where did I put my pecans? Oh, here we go. We went looking for pecans back in the fall. We live in Fort Worth, and so there's a place called Trinity Park, or the Trinity River, and there's used to be a pecan factory down there back in the day. And so I took the kids down there, and while my husband he did a run, we went pecan hunting. And so we got some pecans and came home and cracked them. There's still have some more in the freezer. So I took some out, and these are pecans from our pecan picking. So let's chop some of these up. Normally I like to toast my pecans ahead of time to give them a little bit of a different flavor so they're not just raw pecans. But I did not do that to this batch. Kids were excited, taught them how to crack pecans, told them what to look for, because they were picking all the ones that had already fallen off prematurely off the tree, so they were still in the casing, like the green casing. And they were so excited, they're like, look at all the pecans I found. I'm like, yeah, well those aren't any good. You can't use those. They are not good. So I had to show them what to look for. So that was kind of fun, and my daughter, she was finding them and cracking them because I showed her how to crack them against themselves if they were able to. And so she was doing that and eating them. I had to tell her to stop eating my pecans. So I didn't really have to buy any. I made 2 pecans for Thanksgiving, and we used the ones that we found for those pies. And I know I'm holding my knife wrong, but you know what? It's okay. There's nobody here to slap my hand. Everybody is different. You do what works for you, right? You hold it how you feel comfortable holding a knife. Just check my scrambled eggs over here. I mean, the dates are definitely softening up. You can kind of mush them with the bag, and this is just a flimsy plastic spoon. So maybe they will kind of not melt, but I don't know. Okay. All right, let's chop up some more. because we need a half a cup. Not quite a half a cup, I don't think. Maybe I'll put it, let's put it in my liquid cup and find out. I mean, does it really matter if you, like, what is the difference? Has somebody actually said, okay, I'm gonna measure in this liquid cup and then pour it into a solid measuring cup and see what the difference is? I mean, is it that big of a difference? Because I don't think it's gonna be that big of a difference, but what do I know? I'm not a chef, I'm an amateur. Somebody at home just trying to follow a recipe. These round ones, oh, I should have showed it to you. Not these longer kind of pecans, but there are some that are like the round. Those are really good. There was one tree down at Trinity, by the Trinity River, that had those round pecans, but most of them had already fallen. I guess they had a big, we had a big windstorm or storm beforehand, and it knocked them all down early, which was a bummer. They did help me crack them for about 5 minutes and then decided they didn't want to do it anymore, so the fun was gone. So I had to crack them all. Made a mess. Anthony hated it because I had pecan shells everywhere. Because you try to be like nice and neat about it, but you know, when you're cracking, sometimes they just choo every which way. But that's what a vacuum cleaner is for. But we didn't have a vacuum cleaner at the time, actually, because our vacuum was in the shop. My daughter went and one of her chores used to be, not anymore because she doesn't want to do it. She picked something different. Used to be vacuuming. We don't have a whole lot of carpet, but we do have like a rug in the living room. So she had to vacuum the rug under the dining table, and then the rug where the couch is in the living room. Oh, wrong place. In the living room, and then there's like a little runner in the hallway. She went to go plug it in one day, and it just like sparked at her. Freaked her out. Well, there was a spot in the cord that was showing electrical stuff, so we had to take it in. It was still a really good vacuum. We didn't want to get rid of it. We actually did go buy another one and didn't like it at all, so Anthony's like, well, let's just go get this one fixed. So now it works and it's all great and running perfect like a brand new vacuum. But we didn't have it at the time when I was shelling all the pecans. Hang on, let me stir my egg mixture. I'll show y'all this in a second, hang on. Kind of smashing it with the back of the spoon. Smashing those dates down. They are. Hang on, I'll show you a sec. Maybe I should have gotten a little sturdier spoon. Yeah, let me show you. See, they're kind of disintegrating a little bit, melting in there. So far, so good. No scrambled eggs. No eggs being scrambled. Again, I don't know how this is working, but hey. And why are they called Baptist cookies? I mean, did they make these for like after, like Baptists, did they make them for, you know, their after church gatherings, or? I have to look up the history on that and see why exactly they're called Baptist cookies. It's a no-bake cookie. This is as far as you're going to get when it comes to having to cook anything. No baking. Kind of like those chocolate ones with the cocoa and the peanut butter and oatmeal. Those are so good. Alright. Let that cook a little bit longer. Chop up the rest of these, and we should have about a half a cup. And again, it says to roll them in coconut or pecans, but since we're putting pecans in the cookie, I figured we'd be different and roll them in coconut. So I've got some shredded coconut ready to roll. I did pull out a cookie sheet so that we can put them on there. All right, that should be about a half a cup. Can never have too many pecans, or can you? I don't know. There we go, half a cup. That looks good. Okay, let me put this inside. Wash my hands. Or rinse it off at least. Okay. So let's see. We've got pecans and the crispies ready to go for when this concoction is done, whenever that may be. I have no idea how long we're supposed to cook it for. It just says cook on slow fire and stir. So let's bring it back over here. All right, back down so you can watch me smash the dates with my flimsy spoon. I have so many better spoons than this. I don't know why I picked this one. No scrambled eggs. Nothing scrambled. See any egg pieces showing up? Wonder what the egg does in here. Smash it down, smash it down. Anthony is outside working. He's got the radio on, so hopefully you can't hear it. He works out of the garage. So can y'all see that? It's kind of definitely breaking down, which is kind of cool. Maybe if I'd actually chopped them up, it would have taken less time. There's some still big pieces in there. But anyway, the little date things that I saw the recipe for, or saw it where I saw it, it's like a Snicker, like a mock Snickers, or a healthier version. You're supposed to, of course, take the pits out if they have pits, and then put peanut butter inside, and then you dip it in melted chocolate, and then I guess you sprinkle a little bit of salt on top. But then you freeze it, and it's supposed to be like a candy. I don't know about that. If anybody's tried it, let me know how it turned out, because it looks good, but I don't know if, I mean, how much really healthier is it? You're still putting peanut butter in it, but I guess that's got a little bit of protein in it, and then dipping it in chocolate. So it's still got sugars, but I guess it is a healthier version of it. Just trying to smash down these little bit of bigger pieces. Again, it doesn't say how long to cook it for until it looks like a certain way or anything. So we're just kind of winging it and playing by ear. See, that's what I like about these estate style recipes. Sometimes there are no directions at all. This one did have a little bit of direction, but not a whole lot. Sometimes there's nothing at all. Sometimes it's just a list of ingredients and you gotta figure out what it is. Sometimes the handwriting is so fancy, I have trouble reading it, and I know how to read cursive. Pretty sure my kids would not know how to read it. Cursive is a lost art, I guess. Although my kids do learn it in school, so they do know how to write in cursive. But I think reading it is a little different, especially if it's not your own handwriting. this handwriting. I mean, I know it might be backwards, but you can kind of still see it. Kind of fancy. And here's the saying on the back. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. That's what started it all. Did they just write the quote down on the back of the card and then put the recipe, or did they have the recipe written down first and then they put the quote on the back? Who knows? Alright, so I'm still impressed. I don't see little pieces of egg getting cooked in here anywhere. I was really, really nervous about putting an egg in here, that we'd end up with some scrambled eggs, but that's not happening. These dates are getting pretty broken down, which is cool. See, again, I have never worked with dates before. So in here we have 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of dates that I kind of, they were already pitted, so I broke them apart and threw them in here. 1 egg well beaten, and 3/4 cup of sugar. So that is all that is in here currently in this pot. And on the side I have the next 2 ingredients waiting, which is 2.5 cups of the little crispy cereal, so like Rice Krispies, and then 1/2 cup of chopped pecans that we will add once this is done, and then we let it cool, I guess, until it's cooled off enough to touch it so you can roll it into balls, and then roll the balls into either pecans, chopped pecans, or it says crushed pecans, or coconut. And again, we're going to use coconut today. Can y'all see? I mean, it smells good. I just wish I knew how long what this was supposed to look like, so I know how long to keep messing with it. But I haven't a clue. Again, I could have looked it up online and did a little research, but what's the fun in that? You just kind of gotta wing it sometimes. Again, the fun with these estate style recipes, sometimes you know what you're doing, sometimes you don't. Just a few more big kind of little chunks. Big little chunks? That doesn't make any sense. There's still a few good sized chunks in here, so I'm just trying to mash those a little bit. Should be used to mashing things. We had fajitas for dinner on Sunday for the Super Bowl, or for the big game, Anthony's big winning team, and he wanted fajitas, so I made a fresh pot of beans and mashed them up. Because you can't really use like a potato masher when you're mashing beans for refried beans. You know, you gotta do it the old school way and use the back of a spoon, because that's where the love comes in and the extra flavor. There's no extra flavor and love when you're using a potato masher or one of those immersion blender things. You gotta get your spoon in there and do it by hand. Okay, we got this one big piece I'm still trying to work on. All the rest is pretty broken down. Who knew? Who knew dates would break down? I didn't, because I've never worked with them before. So this is new to me. Alright, I currently have my stove on 4 level, heat 4. One thing about these glass top stoves, they don't have a constant source of heat coming all the time. Like if you had like a gas stove where you've got the flame. So that's, I mean, it's nice, yes, but at the same time, it's hard when you're trying to make something and then you've got the burner coming up hot and then back down and then up hot and then back down. It's just, it's annoying at times. And they are kind of hard to keep clean. Like everything, you spill anything and it's going to leave a mark. So excuse my somewhat clean stove. I didn't completely scrub it down. But hey, real life. I mean, I'm sure this is fine. This looks fine, right? Don't y'all think? What do you think? Good? Does that look fine? I mean, there's still a little bit of chunks in there. But once you put the pecans in and the cereal, I think this should be fine. Anybody have any input? Any suggestions? Okay, it doesn't call for any type of flavoring like vanilla or anything like that, so I'm not going to put it in. When I do these recipes, I like to follow it exactly, even though I think it might need something, like I probably put a little bit of vanilla in it. But even though I think it might need, like a recipe might need a little bit of salt or it might need a little bit of something, you know, seasoning wise, I don't put it in because I want to follow exactly how it is. And then I'll go back and make notes when I post the recipe. I'll add little notes at the bottom of the recipe of things I would change if I were to make it again, or if it needed this, or if it says to bake something for like 20 minutes and it really took 30. But again, you know, everybody's ovens are different and they run different, so you just kind of have to check stuff. And I did not look at the time to see how long I've been cooking this, but I think I'm going to call this a day, so it'll start cooling off. A big chunk. I guess one reason why I haven't really worked with dates is because they kind of look unappealing. I know you know what I'm thinking, right? They look like a certain little annoying, gross, nasty insect that you can find places. So it just kind of turns me off of dates because it just looks like one of those ugly bugs. But I hear they're really good for you, and they're a better alternative to sweeten things up. So all I think about when I'm mashing them in here is like I'm mashing up some bugs, which is really gross and disgusting. But hey, that's all right. Hi everybody watching. Mom, Kat, Vicky. Hi Megan. Oh, Anthony, you're supposed to be working instead of watching. Multitasking. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits with that. I hope that's good enough. I don't know. But we're going to say it is. So if you can see it, that's what it looks like. So let's turn this off and take it off the heat. Okay. Too close. Now we're going to add in our crispy cereal and so this is 2.5 cups of cereal and a 1/2 cup of pecans. So let's throw those in there. And give it a mix. Trying not to break the cereal up. Crunch, crunch. I'm not doing a very good job. I'm not crunching up that cereal, but that's okay. Well, that thickened up real quick. That looks like it's almost too much cereal. I'll get it, we'll get it. I'll mix it up. Don't worry, it'll get mixed. Well, I hope these come out good. I've hyped them up enough saying that I was going to make them, so I hope they are at least decent. My kids probably will not like them because it's something different. Ew, gross. You know how kids can be. Ew, I don't want to try it. It's different. Although they're getting older. They are 13 and 9, so they're getting older and they're a little more willing to try new things and then say, oh, it's good. Especially the younger one. He'll be like, I like it, it's good, but I don't want any. I don't want any more. Which is his way of nicely saying, I don't care for it, thank you. Let's see, I'll just take this off. Well, it's coming together. You know, I never really have luck making Rice Krispie treats, but this is kind of what it's like reminding me of instead of using marshmallows. My Rice Krispie treats, they either never stick together or they're super, super chewy and I don't know. So I usually don't make Rice Krispie treats, but maybe that should be something I should just kind of learn how to tackle. All right, so this is what it looks like all mixed together. You see? So I guess now we just need to let this cool off a bit where you can handle it. So let me get it away from the stove. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, let's move you back this way. Move, move, move. Little shelf here. All right, let's put you back where I had you. Hang on, sorry for all the moving. There we go. Ooh, hot. So I guess maybe, I don't know if I want to stir it anymore because I don't want it to break the cereal up. It doesn't look too appetizing, you guys. I mean, look. I mean, I guess it kind of does. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I didn't use those up, so. I have my cookie scoop. I did get a cookie sheet out. I have my cookie scoop, so maybe we can use this instead of getting our hands super dirty. Let's put the coconut in a bowl. Hang on. Again, I thought I was prepared this morning before I went live. And I guess I wasn't, but that's okay. We got time to let this cool off. So I have sweetened coconut flakes. Put these in here. I can figure out how to open the bag. Okay, there's that. Break that up a little bit. Probably gonna need more. That's what I have so far. Probably gonna need some more than that. Let me get another package. This is what you call a good cleaning out the refrigerator, freezer, cabinet cookie. You got a little bit of Rice Krispie cereal left, use it up. I have like 3 open bags of coconut because, you know, you go to the store and you think, oh, I need some coconut for this recipe, and then not realizing you already have some. Yeah, good times with that. So these are the dates that I used. They were super sticky. Where did I buy these from? Kroger? Maybe Walmart. I can't remember. I've had them for a while. They are very sticky, very soft. I don't know if that's how dates normally are or if they're a little more sturdy, but these were really, really sticky. And surprisingly, I didn't know. Again, they just kind of started melting with the heat. And the egg I guess it's cooked in there. I would assume it would be after all that heat being put on it. Did not turn into scrambled eggs. So that was surprising. I don't know what the eggs did in there. Was it like a binder or something? I don't know. So it is starting to kind of go down a little bit. So all it says is once you add the crispies and chopped pecans, it says cool and form balls. I don't know how long we're supposed to let it cool for. Let's use the little scooper. Yeah, it's still really hot. And sticky. Look at that. Just sticking to my fingers. Maybe I should spray my fingers with something first. Oh. Whoops. It's like a Rice Krispie treat. Only without marshmallow. But don't you work with Rice Krispie treats when they're warm still or when they're cool? I don't know. All right, well, let's do one and then we'll roll it in the coconut and see what happens. Actually, I'm just gonna drop it into the coconut. So let's push that back and bring this down so you can see a little better. Hang on. My hands are sticky. So I can do this without making a huge mess. You don't want to see the other side of my kitchens where everything was just getting thrown over there. Okay, let's roll that. It's already kind of into a ball, so the coconut's not really sticking to it. Maybe I was supposed to have not just shredded coconut. Okay, it didn't really stick to it, but there's some on there. But see, if it cools, then it won't stick to it, right? So we need to do it when it's still warm. There you go. First Baptist cookie. Ta-da! With a little bit of coconut on it. See, I think the pecans would have been too much. Since it's got pecans in it already, I think adding pecans to the outside would have been too much. Let's make another one. We're just gonna go with it. I'm impatient. Would the coconut stick better if it was cool? Anybody know? Anybody? Because it's not doing a very good job. Okay. Ooh, that one might be a little too big. That's okay. So sticky, you guys. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Making a mess. Ta-da! That one's a little big. That's okay. All right. Let me see if I can get this spoon out of the way. I mean, it makes a pretty decent amount. Can you see? I think we're gonna get a good amount of little balls, cookies out of it. If you want to call these cookies, that's what they are supposed to be. Okay. I mean, it's not super hot to the touch, but I don't think I need to roll it since I have my little cookie scoop there. You can still kind of form it yourself while you're rolling it, trying to get the coconut to stick. Maybe I should have thrown the coconut into the blender and kind of made it thinner instead of flaky. I don't know. Maybe it's really just getting coconut flavor on them since there's not a whole lot of coconut sticking. But I don't see how it would stick if it were cooled off. Whoops. Excuse my big arm in the picture. Okay. Okay, see that? Okay. This one is kind of falling apart because it's okay. That one might be a little too hot. Okay, so having it cool a little bit does help it stick into a ball shape, because the other one was falling apart. So this one's still kind of in a ball shape. But this piece that I threw in there, it's not sticking together very well. Okay, so we're getting somewhere with letting it cool off, but I don't see cooling completely how it would get the coconut to stick to it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's just kind of squeeze that together a little bit. There we go. I didn't say these were going to be pretty, and I didn't say they were going to come out good, but we're hopefully on the right track to something. All right, let's scoop some more. Let's get it off the top, where it's probably cooled a little more. And down at the bottom of the pot. I think I still have a little bit more coconut over there if I need it. Baptist cookies. If anybody knows the origin of Baptist cookies, please don't be shy. Share what you know. Maybe once I'm done, I will Google it, because Google knows everything. It's getting harder to scoop. Definitely not the prettiest cookie I have ever made. You know what cookie I can't make? Chocolate chip. That's like your basic cookie, right? A chocolate chip cookie? I can't make a chocolate chip cookie. I have tried everything. I have tried brown sugar, white sugar, both sugars, room temperature butter, cold butter, freeze, put the dough in the refrigerator beforehand, cook them the next day. Trust me, I have tried every trick imaginable, and my chocolate chip cookies just do not come out well. Sorry about that. Is there a certain kind of cookie that you cannot just ever get right? Or what's your specialty cookie? My specialty cookies are usually snickerdoodles. It's not your average snickerdoodle that you would get like at the cookie store. They're not quite that flat, but I still think I make a pretty darn good snickerdoodle, which my daughter asked for the other day because I haven't made them in a while. Guess I should do that. Anybody want to try one of these Baptist cookies? Come on over. It's an icky day outside, although I think the rain has finally stopped. Had some pretty big storms blow through last night. Normally I'm the one that wakes up, but I think I slept right through it. Not gonna complain, we need the rain. It's gonna get pretty cold tonight from what I understand. I think it's gonna be down in the 20s tonight. I think today's high is like in the 40s, like yesterday. Okay, this stuff is starting to really stick to the pan, so. Bottom of the barrel is not looking too hot. Who knows, these might actually be really good. We will find out. Maybe I'll talk Anthony into coming in and being my taste tester. If he's watching still. Can we try a Baptist cookie? Like I said, they're kind of Rice Krispie ish, like a Rice Krispie treat rolled into a ball with nuts. Okay, like I have, let's see, was it 4, 8, 12, almost just over a dozen, and I still have this much left in the pot. So, but it is starting to set. I mean, like I just kind of pulled out a clump. I don't know why I just stuck it in there. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. But that's okay. That's the fun part of this. I do have a Swiss sausage casserole video about ready to be put up. So be on the lookout for that here, either later today or tomorrow. I just about got that edited. Well, I'm gonna do away with this and just use the spoon because it is starting to stick a whole lot, get harder. Get in there. I love these little shell. They're my hot pads made out of shells. But sometimes my family gets a little excited when they're putting things on them and the shells crack and break. That's the one. So I have a bunch of them because so many of them have gotten broken by other people, which is okay. Nope, maybe I need to bring that back. It is sticking, but it's still pretty warm. So let's bring this back into play. Here we go. Hope y'all can see what I'm doing. Still new to this whole video thing and trying to get camera angles correct. My kitchen, I don't have like an island or anything. It's a pretty small kitchen, but it works for me. But it's not really set up for recording videos, so I just kind of have to make do with what I've got. Okay, see this, now this one is pretty cool to the touch. And that is how the coconut is sticking to it. So it's always sticking, I think, because it is still sticky, if that makes sense. But it's not hot. Let's make some more room. They're all different sizes, you guys. That's okay. Sorry, excuse me for hiccuping. I think I'm gonna need some more coconut. Let me roll these two in here, and then I'll grab some more coconut. Hi, Rachel. Had a hail. Oh my goodness. You know what? My daughter, apparently, she woke up last night, and my kids, we have a 2-bedroom home, but the bedrooms are really big. So, unfortunately, the kids are still sharing a room. Hopefully, we'll fix that here within the year, because she will be going off to high school. Oh my goodness, she's going to high school, so she needs her own room. But anyway, she woke up last night, and my son was saying that she thought she heard hail, which I wouldn't doubt it would get hail. But it's so funny because the place that where we're at, if you look on the map, like a storm will come through like west and kind of south, and we're in the middle. So it's like a storm will be coming and then it splits right around us and then it meets back just in time to kind of like hit my mom's side of town. So usually we get our hopes up for like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a thunderstorm, and then we don't really get anything because it breaks apart when it gets to us. So like I said, we're in Fort Worth, but we're kind of on the edge of Arlington area. So for some reason, we don't usually get a whole lot of the storms that are projected. But yeah, last night I slept through all of it. So if we got hail, I don't know about it. I actually did kind of go to bed early last night, which is rare for me because I usually like to stay up late. Joys of my previous jobs and working crazy hours. But yeah, she, my daughter, she's a pretty light sleeper, and so she likes storms. She enjoys them. The little one did come into our room last night, and he was like, I can't sleep. Too much thunder. I was like, oh, it's raining? I didn't even know. Didn't even know. So he's not normally in our bed. He's kind of grown out of that, but I did let him jump into bed on my side last night. Anthony didn't even know he was there until this morning. All right, this is getting pretty tough. You'll still see what I'm doing. Thank you for hanging in there with me. We're just about done. I'll probably have, another 4 maybe. Enough for 4 more. This coconut is, I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. But I do know that this is getting harder and harder to scoop out. This is what you're going to call a, let's just put some soap and hot water in this pan and let it set and let it soak. You know, you usually have that one dish that like, we're just going to let it soak. So I don't feel like trying to actually clean it. But sugar melts fast with hot water, so maybe it won't be too bad. I bet maybe some toasted coconut would look good, be good on this. Again, I didn't toast it because it doesn't say to toast it in the recipe, and I like to follow the recipe exactly how it is and then make adjustments in the notes for afterwards. All right, let's see, what can I scoop out? But yeah, I do appreciate you guys joining me. This is kind of fun doing a live video. I was super excited the other day. I was all ready, and again, I lost another follower, so I was down to 99. I didn't say anything, but somewhere along the line, I gained another one. So I got back up to 100, so yay. I do have to stay at 100 in order to keep doing videos, so feel free to keep sharing. I do appreciate all the shares and all the love. You guys have no idea how exciting this is. And I'm sorry I've kind of been not posting a lot lately. This recovery from the surgery just really has kicked my rear. And then Anthony went and got sick about a week after my procedure, and he passed on a cough to me, which has not been fun at all with the pressure. Y'all know how pressure is with coughing and in the abdominal area. That has not been fun. And then now I have, if it's not one thing, it's another. Usually this time of year, the past couple of years, I have, and I don't know if it's from all the hot air, you know, the heaters and dry air and everything, but my eyes are so swollen and like dry around my lash lines. Okay, I can't scoop any more of this out. And they are just super itchy and swollen, and they look terrible. Like I can't wear eye makeup. I can't put my contacts in. Like the best I can do is curl my lashes, and that's even just a pain. So I'm dealing with that right now. And I still don't like to put, I'm still wearing my stretchy pants, my comfy stretchy pants, because even though I got the okay from the doctor, I'm still wearing a binder every day, all the time. Except for, you know, I take it off to take a shower and stuff, but I keep it on as much as I can. And so like wearing jeans or anything like that is still not exactly something I look forward to doing. And I haven't put on a pair of jeans in, goodness, well, it'll be 4 weeks on Friday since I've had my surgery. It's kind of gone fast. So I haven't worn jeans in about a month. All right, that's it. That's all I got. So that's all that I have left of coconuts. This is the aftermath of the pot. So let's put this back over here, out of the way. And here are our Baptist cookies. Ta-da! So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. I got 30 using this cookie scoop. It's not the super big like the ice cream one. It's not the tiny one. It's kind of the in-between size. So I was able to get roughly 30. Again, you can't really go by size because you got Mutt and Jeff. A big one and a little one. Let me rinse off my hands real quick because they're super, super sticky. So give me a second. Please. And I guess now we need to do a taste test. I know what the answer is going to be, but let me run outside real quick and see if Anthony wants to try these. So hang on a second. Hang on. You want to come try a cookie or no? Yeah? Yeah, it's on. Okay. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. He's gonna try them. Yay! He's gonna try it. He has to go wash his hands first because, you know, he's working outside in the garage and there it's all gross and nasty. Oh, but let me show you real quick while he's doing that what I got. And I will take any advice on what to do with this. This is sourdough starter. Ta-da! I've named her Cinderella. I'm gonna call her Cindy for short. Cinderella. There was a lady giving some starter away, and I kind of wanted to try the whole sourdough, jump on the bandwagon, train, whatever. And so she was giving it away for free, and I was like, I don't know what to do. She's like, you'll be fine. So I did feed it. It did rise up to about right here the other day, and then it dropped back down because I stuck it in the fridge because I didn't have any flour. Okay, Anthony, ready?
Yes.
Ready? You want to come in?
Yeah,
Here,
I come
you
in.
come in.
All right, come in. Okay. Hi. Well, I was outside working on an order for our friends at Corey Academy. They're keeping me pretty busy this week, so is it ready to try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just pick one.
Let's pick one. All right.
They're messy.
Here we go.
Dropping coconut everywhere. Is it like a Rice Krispie treat? That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
But with coconut. I mean, with pecans in it.
It's good. It's not sweet. I mean, it's not overly sweet. It's good, actually.
Really? Because I thought it'd be sweet because it's got sugar and the dates in it.
No, it's really good.
So Baptist cookies are a thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Hey, I had no idea. Because by the looks of it, I was very skeptical. Skeptical.
Skeptical.
It'll come out eventually.
Yes. Baptist cookies for the win.
Alright, cool. You think the kids will like it?
Yeah, I think they will.
Really?
Yes, of course. It's sweet.
All
You know,
right.
it's a sweet. They love anything sweet.
Yeah, but it's got coconut and nuts in it. Alright, I'll try one. Let's see.
take another one for the road. It's not bad, right? It's good. Bye.
Yeah, it does have that Rice crispy texture, like with the sticky, and then of course the cereal, and the nuts. I don't know about the coconut though. I don't know, and I love coconut, but I don't know if pecans would actually be good on the outside either. I don't know. Maybe dipping them in chocolate. Can't go wrong with chocolate. Anyway, they actually are pretty darn good. I'm so glad that they don't taste like scrambled egg. I was so worried about putting like egg in there, you guys. Really, it was. But okay, so there we have it. Baptist cookies. I made about 30 with my cookie scoop. Again, some came out big, some came out small. Roughly 30 cookies using a cookie scoop. And didn't take too long. I didn't know how long to cook the batter part for, but we went with it, and I think it turned out pretty good. I might toast the pecans next time just because I like pecans toasted. It gives it just a different flavor than having raw pecans and stuff. And since these aren't baked, you have that fresh pecan flavor texture to it. So I might toast the pecans next time and maybe try toasting the coconut. I don't know, but they are pretty good. So I would say give them a try. Not a whole lot of ingredients. It was super easy to do. And there you have it. Baptist cookies. So there I win, you guys. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And we'll have to be on the lookout for my casserole. I'll be posting later, either today or tomorrow. And have to figure out another video, another recipe to make live. Let me know if you have any suggestions on what you want to look for or what you want to make. Do you want me to make another sweet, something savory, casserole, or cookies, pie, cake, whatever. Let me know what you would like for me to make live next. So thanks again, everybody, and I appreciate you joining me, and have a wonderful, blessed day. All right, bye.